Hey everyone, Baldoric here. Today we are going to be talking about the new Book 5 Mythic, which is Reginn, I think that's how her name is pronounced, who is a very interesting Mythic to have. And what I want to talk about today is why she is going to be an invaluable unit to get. Obviously, we're all going to be getting her for the story. Do not fodder this unit, because 1, she's going to be great for Astra Season, and 2, she is going to have incredible value, especially just in the regular free-to-play modes, but also just playing AR as well. So we are going to be looking at different builds for her today. But before we even get into that, we have to talk about some of the stuff that she actually has on her. So her non-inheritable skills, we have her weapon, which I'm not even going to pretend I can pronounce whatever that says. Lin something. So let's read what it does. It grants speed +3, enables Canto 3, which we'll get to in a second. During turns 1 through 4, if unit initiates combat, grants attack and speed +6 during combat and reduce damage from foes' first attack by 30%. Obviously, this is really good. We have damage mitigation, we have attack and speed bonuses. Awesome stuff. Canto 3, after an attack, assist skill, or structure destruction, unit can move 3 spaces. A unit moves according to movement type, which means in her case, she is a cavalry unit, so there are the cavalry restrictions, which is like no forests and things like that. Let's see. Unit can move 3 spaces. Unit can move 3 spaces, blah, blah, blah. Only highest value is applied. Oh, I missed this part. I'm sorry about that. Unit moves according to movement type once per turn, cannot attack or assist. So during the 3 movement, you can't use attacks, you can't use an assist skill, is what that means. Only highest value is applied, does not stack. After moving, if a skill that grants another action would be triggered, like Gale Force, Canto will trigger again. Unit's base movement has no effect on movement granted, cannot warp, use skills like Wings of Mercy, a distance greater than 3 spaces. In other words, a cool combo with this, and one I will be showcasing, is you can Gale Force after Canto happens. So in other words, if you get Canto to proc, so you move in, you attack, Canto procs, move 3 more spaces, Gale Force procs, attack again, and you can move 3 more spaces, which you can either use to escape or to put her into a more forward position if you have like a dancer or something like that. So it gives her an unbelievable amount of movement, which is really good in modes like AR where you're trying to get to certain spots either in or out after combat. So definitely a powerful skill, weapon. Very valuable, is going to be able to do a ton, especially in like the free modes, rather the non-competitive modes, where it's going to be very easy for her to pick up a unit, get a kill, bounce out of there, and be able to survive. Now, Sayer Shell, something like that, her special that is custom to her. At the start of turn 1, she gets a special cooldown count -3, which it is a 3 charge skill, so it basically means on turn 1 her skill is ready to go. Boosts damage by 15 and calculates damage using either defense or res, whichever is lower. Very good skill, especially for just like really quick pickup kills. Definitely a good skill to have on this unit, especially since it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be good in modes like arenas and things like that. I definitely recommend using this skill most of the time, but not all the time, because Gale Force is also an incredibly powerful thing to use on this unit, and we are going to be showcasing one example of that today. So, now that we've gone over the crazy kit she comes with, let's actually look at the skills to give her, which for the most part are her base kit. Now, this AR build specifically goes for Gale Force using her base kit. Now, most mythics you don't want to invest crazy into because their purpose is really just to give you lift. However, with her, she's pretty much already full invested. If you want to keep her regular skill, the whatever it is, shell, totally fine. However, what's cool about this build, what's cool about having Gale Force on her, her mythic ability, if you don't already know this, allows you to have 1 additional unit during the season, meaning you can have a team of 6 instead of a team of 5, which is amazing because now you can have your 3 mythics and bonus unit plus 2 others, which means your teams are becoming a lot easier to build around. And if you have a unit as strong as this as a Gale Forcer, and then other Gale Forces on your team that have Wings of Mercy, when she goes in, attacks, procs Gale Force, attacks, you now can have 2 other units besides your bonus unit that are Gale Force users that can now Wings of Mercy in and do the exact same thing. You can team wipe very easily using a strategy like this. It's extremely easy for her to do this. Her defense and res aren't quite high enough to keep her super high in HP, meaning she will be in Wings of Mercy range after the second combat, allowing her to do quite a bit of damage in one turn and allowing your other units to go right up to her, do more, hit hard, and hopefully team wipe in one turn. There's a lot of cool examples of this already going out there, that people that have her slightly merged up or anything like that. But even a +0 of her, even fresh, it does actually still work well. You just probably don't want her as the initiator, but the cleanup, okay? Powerful unit, very good. I definitely recommend having this unit as like a staple Astra hero for the season. Extremely powerful. Now, if you want to use her in Arena, she's actually also extremely powerful. So even though you're not going to be able to have, you know, she won't have like the seasonal buff, she does come already with basically everything you need for a maxed out kit, minus she needs a different support slot and she needs a different C slot. Besides those 2 things, she's ready to go. I would recommend using Joint Drive Attack or Joint Drive Speed for her C slot. You don't necessarily need to keep Swift Sparrow 3 if you want to crazy invest. I would definitely recommend Attack Speed Solo instead of it, or something to that effect. However, if you don't want to go that far, Swift Sparrow 3 is totally fine. Her base kit special is going to be even better in Arena, because all you're trying to do is pick up 1 kill, because most likely you're going to be using her as a bonus unit. If you are using her as a bonus unit, this guarantees a kill. And even if you're not, she's still going to be extremely powerful to have on any season. Very, very good. With a combination of Swift Sparrow 3 and Swift Sparrow 2, she is getting a massive amount of attack and speed, comboed with her weapon, which is giving her more attack and speed depending on what turn it is. She's going to shred whatever it is she hits. So if you can play it to if you can get a kill on turn 1 and or turn 4, she will have an unbelievably high stats. The shell is going to be proccing that damage up by 15 and do quite a bit. So very powerful, strong unit, will work in Arena as well. Finally, the budget build. And as you can tell, I don't really change a thing, because she already has an unbelievably powerful kit. Now, I chose in her S slot Speed Res Solo. Speed Res Solo absolutely is not necessary in this slot. You could use Swift Sparrow, you could use Attack Defense Solo, lots of different things here. The reason I chose Speed Res Solo is because it's going to boost her speed up to a nice 49 before we calculate her weapon and or Swift Sparrow 3. And it's going to put her res up to a nice 30. 30 defense, 30 res, 38 HP. Gives her a little bit of bulk, which she does need a tad bit because her res is low, and you do not want her to die to units that can hit her. Like if she's attacking a dragon unit, she needs to be able to take that 1 hit from that dragon unit while also being able to counterattack. So depending on who it is, you may want that res. And extra speed doesn't hurt when definitely trying to double, even though her speed stat is already pretty high. So if you're confident with her speed, maybe switch this out for Attack Defense Solo, maybe switch it out for Swift Sparrow, depending on what you want to do to give that extra attack to help guarantee kills. Other than that though, base kit is fine. I just threw Reposition on her because, I mean, that's pretty much a staple. You could use whatever you want in this slot, doesn't really matter. It can fit your team. But even at base, very strong unit, definitely going to be a staple. I'm going to be using her. I think most people, especially competitive players, are going to be using her. I would definitely recommend investing on the banner she is on, especially since if you pull 40 on this banner, you get another copy of her for free. And if you get lucky, you'll get another one beforehand, so you can +1 or 2 this person guaranteed on this banner. So that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing. I am going to be putting in more videos just like this one in the future. Hopefully I'm going to be expanding my content. I haven't had as much time as I'd like to make videos, but I am working on that. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time.